All right, GM, welcome back, guys. I think I've got it right. It's the first time trying to actually stream something while actually doing a space, but welcome back. Welcome back. Let me see if I can mute this. Got too many tabs open for a simple man like me. Too many tabs means I'm probably gonna make a lot of mistakes today, but we'll live and we'll learn. If you aren't able to see on YouTube, let me just mute this one. I've got too many things going on. Mute that. There we go. That's muted. I do have Morchiland live at the moment, and I'll be honest. I've been a little bit addicted to this game. I can't help but click. Did you see that? My first response when getting on this site was to click things. It's like a clicker's dream. Before we do that, let's have a quick look at the markets, because obviously this is GM Web3 daily space combined with a little Morchi live. If you can't see it, I did put a link below to the YouTube. You may have to close the Twitter space, otherwise you may get an overlap. I don't know. Let me know how it all works. But essentially, we've got Bitcoin sitting at $60,199. It is up 0.46 for the last 24 hours. It's down Oh God, come on, get with it. One over the last hour, it's 0.46 up. It's down 0.76 for the last 24 hours. It is down almost 1% for the last 7 days. Got Ethereum sitting at $2,381. It's up 0.6 for the last 24 and up 1.23 for the last week. Get in there. Solana sitting at $138. It is up 1.55 for the last week and down 0.3 for the last 24 hours. Biggest move of the last 24 hours were Uniswap. Why can't that be Jupiter? Jupiter's so much cooler. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not fading Uniswap, but I use Jupiter a lot more. It's up 10.95 for the last 24 hours, up to over 22% for the week. Uniswap is absolutely running. We also got PopCap, which is number 2 for the last 24 hours. It is up 9.38%. It's up almost 30% for the week. Holy God. And you also got Dog with Hat making moves. Saw a few people talking about used car lately too, so I may have to pay attention to that. Good to see Ondo. Obviously bullish on Ondo because I was in the pre-sale for that. It is up 2.49 for the last 24 hours. It's probably about the 5th on coin market cap. Obviously, you've got meme coins and stuff that don't show up on there, but that kind of gives you a bit of an idea. So yeah, for anyone watching the live on YouTube, you can see here this is Morchiland. Morchiland is live, and I'm not gonna lie, for a partnership, it's pretty elaborate because obviously it is a partnership between. I always get this right. It's Dino. What do we call it? Morchiland, Dynamite Labs. Sorry, I just had to change that. Dynamite Labs collaboration with obviously Morchi, with with FSL. So I thought I'd get amongst it. Been a few learning lessons throughout this first 24 hours. It's only been 24 hours since it went live, so definitely not too late to jump on in. It is free to participate. I will share the links in the comments below. Otherwise, you can head to more, and there is a post, if you scroll down about 4 or 5 posts, that there will be the links to not only the web browser, but also the Android app and the iOS app as well, because it is on the app. It is a little bit fuddy-duddy, a little bit fiddly with the whole Wallet Connect. I do recommend setting it up on PC. If you do have access to a computer, access it through your computer first. It's a lot easier with the extensions. Otherwise, going through the mobile app, you've got to use like MetaMask app and Coinbase app, and it's all a little bit fiddly. And you have to be patient because there is a few processes in connecting your wallet. And I find if you find that it's not doing it fast, like if it kind of finds like it just stays on the same page for a little too long, it's having a seizure. So you're just better off closing it down, reopening it and going again. Sometimes you may even need to go to your extension and change, because it's like it wants to connect to Coinbase and then it wants to connect to Polygon and even a testnet. So sometimes you might have to, like I find when it goes from testnet, I think it was, to Polygon, you'll have to just do that manual in your extension. So if you aren't familiar with that, there's definitely YouTube clips, but you'll just have to maybe go into your little extension and change it from whatever it's on to Polygon, just to kind of give it a little hand. But if you do have any issues with it, feel free to slide into my inbox and I'll help try and talk you through it the best I can. But it was a little bit fiddly, but good news is once you get it set up, it's pretty straightforward. If you are going from PC to your phone, you can obviously use both at the same time kind of thing. So you can go from one to the other, but it will, if you go from your PC and then you go and go to the Android app or the iOS app, and then you try and log in, it'll create a new account. So a lot of people that I've been talking to have been like, oh, I'm going to lose my progress because it's not working on both. All you have to do is once you get the app open, just head into your settings and then log out. Once you do that, you'll be able to log back in and connect to your wallet, and your wallet will kind of save your progress. And then once you've logged in on your app, it's a lot more straightforward. Also, it's cooler on your phone because if you are like a bit of a tryhard like me, not gonna lie, I'm a bit of a tryhard. You can watch ads. So like with these the main character essentially that you're gonna struggle to keep up with. Like when you first start the game, let's quickly just, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, you'll get into this page. So this is the first thing you'll see is this page. So to open Morchiland, which you can see down the bottom, you can see the tab. So this is the home page, and then you've got Morchi Live. You can see the little icon there. You won't have access to that until level 5. So you've got to do like a little bit of grinding here, and just like your little dino, you start with just a little ground dino here, digging up dirt. And I find it really clever because it's like almost like you're crafting into the next stage continuously. So as he digs up the dirt, obviously it's gathering there. Like I've got 18.7k worth of dirt. And then once that happens, you'll go to the next stage and you'll be able to open up like your progress to go to clay. I think this is clay. Is it clay? I don't know. I think it's clay. But dirt goes to clay. One of these are clay. They both kind of look the same. But I think that's clay, and then there's mud. I think that's mud, and then it goes clay. But you have to gradually open these up. Once you get to level 5, through this process, it will then open up Morchi Live for you. So then you'll be able to go either click that tab or just like hit the little arrow here, and it'll take you across to obviously Morchiland. And again, you start with just gathering worms. From worms, you then open up and you fish. So you use the bait, essentially it's called, to get yourself some fish. And then with the fish, you can then send it either to the right over here. I'm just going to quickly collect these. So see how they collect these? Well, they're kind of like getting those bad boys going. You need to obviously have certain items to be able to like go. So you can see, like, I don't know if you have to zoom in, but with this next stage, I need 4.85k worth of fish to activate this machine. This machine will then skin and take the flesh off the fish and then make it into fish bones, which is what you need for the next step. So I'm just quickly going to claim that because obviously I have 24.8. And you see the green kind of, and I just jumped to level 29, which is nice. We'll open up these little green arrows, so like little green play buttons. So you just literally go through, get them going, and make sure they're kind of going. But you will find at stages you'll run out of certain resources. Like mainly, my biggest tip for anyone playing is to focus on this guy. Like the first guy here, you can level them up. So see how if I open this up, my next upgrade, I need 3, I'm going to call them mod glasses. I don't think they call them in there, but they're definitely mod glasses. So it'll be different items at different times. Like if I go to these, for example, they're also mod glasses. I'm kind of stuck on mod glasses at the moment because he's all the way up here and he's slow. Very, very slow. But if we click on one of these, like this one's sneakers, so you need like 4 sneakers to upgrade. I would focus personally on this guy because you're going to need worms to do the whole process, or bait to do the whole process. You can actually buy bait using SUT. Just keep in mind, if you transfer SUT in to buy bait, it's like you can't transfer it back. And that's what this prize pool is made up. You can see that there's like, what is that, 16,000 SUT currently in the pool. It's made up of people depositing in to either get bait or cucumbers. We won't jump too far ahead of ourselves, but you can see kind of up in the top left corner, I do have cucumbers. They do not have a function at the moment. I just literally brought them because I was like, there may be something, because they're so useless. And, I love useless things, i.e. super useless token, which is SUT, is useless. Same as these cucumbers, and cats don't like cucumbers. As you can see here, okay, so this is a good example. So see how it's got the little play button here? This is why I recommend doing it on your phone. If you watch this little ad here, it'll give you like a little boost. So I won't do it now, but if you watch that video, it'll give you a 2x multiplier for the next stage. So obviously, as you press play, it'll give you 2x the amount of bait, which is definitely something you want to be doing in those early stages unless you plan to kind of buy yourself some bait, which is really cheap. Like I brought $5 worth of SUT, and it got me 240k worth of bait. Which has definitely helped in those early stages to kind of get things rolling in the right direction. So, if you don't want to put SUT in, I recommend just like watching the videos. The videos are available on both. So you can see he's got a video. They're separate too. And keep in mind, if you're playing over here, It's separate from Morchiland, but it all adds to your levels. Why I mention that is because at level 15, which is a really important level, you open up little working minions. I'm going to call them minions, but I think they're actually little dinos. If I click on this, you can see I have 4 dinos. You can kind of put them where you want to put them. So what I mean by that is if you look at like these little, I guess we'll call them little housing buildings on the right. Each of them has a little house. You can allocate your little minions to wherever you want more resources. So you can see at the moment I've got all 4 of my minions just working on fish because I need a lot of fish. Like I need fish for the sushi on the left and I need fish for the fish bones on the right. So my biggest thing at the moment is I'm trying to get more fish. Obviously, once these little Morchi, like you can see right up the top, I've got this last stage up the top, which is 11 hours left. Once that opens up, I'll be able to then get these little, I guess we'll call them Morchi faces. And then you can see down here, once I get one Morchi face, I can open up another fishing station, essentially. I'm just going to click that to get that going and also get that going. And because obviously that's going to be the hardest thing. So my best tip for this, which I've learned, is focus your resources down below. So if you can't level him up, level these up, or look for things that you're like short on. Like last night, for example, let me claim my sushi so I can get these guys going, get these going as well. You know, because I'm an addict and I just need to keep things moving in the right direction. But like you'll find at points you won't be able to level things up, or you'll run out of, like, for example, he will have phases down the bottom where he'll need shoes or he'll need muscles or he'll need mog glasses or something like that. So I was last night taking all my little minions for like certain sessions and chucking it on the resource that I need to level these up. My main emphasis has been on just like keeping him leveling as much as possible. Obviously, he's at a stalemate at the moment because I need 3 mog glasses, so he's a little slower. Like, oh wait, I have 3. Here, we can do it. So we're going to level him up. So we'll head back down here. You see how it's got the little arrow? That tells you that you can level him up. I'm going to chuck 3 mog glasses on him. Now he requires 5 shoes. So for me to go again with him, I need 5 shoes, which I'm currently at 3. And I'm a bit of a stalemate with these. Wait, if I claim them, I'm at 88. You can see how I need 156 sushi rolls and 96 energy drinks. At the moment, you can see down below, I only have 80 energy drinks. So what I'm going to do is just make sure I kind of keep these guys going so I can get some more energy drinks. And that way I can kind of get more shoes to then in turn go back down here and level him up again to get more worms coming in. Another way, as I said earlier, using the app, you can kind of increase how many you're earning just through watching the little ad. And they're fun little games, like the little games, which are the ads, you can play them as you're waiting for them to load. I'm not a huge fan of ones that it takes a little bit to click through and stuff like that, which this has those where you have to kind of watch the whole ad in order to get the extra rewards, but it's definitely worthwhile. The same as up in the top right, you can see like there's these little this energy. This will run dry at times, but to recharge it, you can recharge it indefinitely just by watching another ad. But you have to watch it on the phone. You can't watch it on your PC. So at the moment, I'm clearly on a computer. So if I go, it literally takes me to the Android or Apple's app, blah, blah, blah. So you can't do it on your PC. So that's why I recommend setting it up on your phone and on your computer. Plus, you know, it means you can play in bed. Give me 2 secs. Too much talking. But yeah, okay. So what else have we got going on? So like, obviously the biggest thing is for me, if you want to like make a run at this, because obviously this Morchiland is only live for this promotional time. And the thing you got to keep in mind too, the masterpiece is the main aspect. Because if you click on the SUT here, it says the SUT prize pool will be awarded to the top ranking players in the 3rd event masterpiece. 50% of the SUT spent on bait and cucumbers will contribute to the prize pool. That's giving you an idea how much SUT's being spent though. Like that's 50%. So there's 32,000 SUT has been spent in this promotion so far to kind of, to buy cucumbers. Again, I don't know why I'm buying cucumbers, as you can see in the top left corner. These cucumbers are essentially just useless. Bait, however, I definitely recommend buying some of that. Like, it's super cheap. You get so much for so little. I spent $5, as I said, worth of SUT, and I got like, I reckon easily 300k worth of bait. And you can see I'm down to 42.6. So I'm like churning at the moment, and it's running this dry. So that's what I mean, like, you got to focus on this guy. Otherwise, you will kind of come to points where you won't have enough to do anything. Like you'll be sitting there with just one little fisherman going. And as you can see, I've got like it churning with these little minions at the moment, just trying to get as much fish to keep these guys going. Because that's the thing, like, you know, I can kind of lay off sushi a little bit because I'm getting a good amount of sushi, like more than I need at the moment. So I could probably just focus on fish bones because like some of these are, I think these ones are fish bones. Like these are getting up here. Like, you know, I need 9.68K worth of fish to take that sushi to the next level. I'm not really touching these at the moment because this one's, you know, I could upgrade that at the moment with the energy drinks, but I just kind of feel I got enough sushi for these guys because these guys function on sushi. You know, they're like just curling over here, but they rely on sushi to keep that going. So I don't really need to put much emphasis over here. So I could probably lay off, you know, running all these 3 machines through sushi at the moment. I could probably just cut it back to 1 or 2 or even just, you know, 1. And then just focus over here on fish bones because I think it's one of these. I just leveled one of these up, but it like was 480 fish bones, which you can see like they're not super easy to come by. They're just kind of dribbling through. But then saying that, if you kind of come to a stalemate where you're like, damn, I'm like really slow in progress, like I need certain things. Oh, look, we've got enough fish bones and stuff up here to get him going. And mod glasses are pretty important at the moment. But if you kind of get to a stalemate where you're like, oh, like I really need mod glasses, but I don't have enough of fish bones. You can literally just take your little minions. Oh, stop going to the right. You can go take your little minions and chuck them up here on the fish bones. But just keep in mind, it's obviously going to step up your churn rate of fish. So just make sure you have plenty of fish to kind of like take this, because I think it's 2x, so 2x is the progress. So you can see at the moment it's got 18 minutes, so it would take 9 minutes rather than 18 minutes, so it would halve the progress. But keep in mind, don't move your minions mid-activity. So see how I've got like 36 seconds left on these fish, that one 36 seconds, that one 4 minutes. I would probably wait for these two because it'll automatically end this guy as well, wherever you're at. So as soon as I take those minions off, if I was to like decrease these, see how I can decrease them or increase them, blah, blah, blah. At the moment, it's a 200%. With every one, it's 50%. So if I was to take them off right now, that would end all these activities. So essentially, I'd waste the bait it took to get these guys active in the first place. And then vice versa, if you're going to move them over here, move it over at the either... You can move them over now, but it's not going to activate until that 17 minutes is over. So they only come into action and like increase the percentage at the start of the activity. So like as this kicks off, the next duration will obviously be the little minions will be kind of kicking it into next gear. So just keep that in mind. Like, don't be too proactive in moving these guys around. Just kind of wait for the activity to end, then move it over. Especially like if you're looking up here, like, you know, I've got 58 minutes before the next mod glasses. So, you know, I could put them in there, but I probably wouldn't sit them in there forever. Like I would just kind of move them across as I need it. And, you know, same with these. What have I got? 96 energy drinks. I should be pretty close. 91. Getting close. What do I need for him? 3 shoes. I could level him up. What else do I need? I always like to see how I need shoes for him. I'll always scroll down and I'll look lower down the pyramid, lower down the chain to see kind of if anything else needs sneakers. Like, you know, these are mod glasses. Well, they're all level 20, so they're all mod glasses. I don't really want to focus on sushi, so they don't really matter. So like looking at this, like apart from like I could level, like these are going to be cats as well. So yeah, I'm going to chuck these in here. These 3 shoes into there just to kind of get some more energy drinks churning essentially. What are these? 9.7K fish. That's a lot of fish. Yeah, I might actually do that. I'll get that going because at the moment I do need more fish bones. Like, you know, I want to keep churning these because they're required for this activity up here as well. And, you know, it's not a bad thing. But I at one point, I will probably just chill on this and let myself stockpile fish just because I am getting quite low on bait. What else is there? Yeah, obviously, we'll talk about the masterpieces. So if we quickly duck down and we'll go to the masterpieces. The thing I would have changed with this also, it's not super obvious where you go to buy bait. So, like, see this little shop? I would have, if I was designing it, I would have had, like, you see how if you kind of go over certain things, it should have a... it doesn't really do it. But you know how, like, when you click on something or you go over the top of something, it kind of, like, glows? I would have had it with these. So that is a shop. So that's the bait shop. But you wouldn't tell. It just looks like kind of like an extra cosmetic. But if you click on there, that's how you get your bait. If it wants to work. No, it's not going to work. Oh, there it goes. So you have to click that. That is, and then you obviously claim for your ID and you set kind of your wallet up and get it all going with your bait. But that's also your cucumber stand. So that's for your cucumbers, you got to click that one. For your bait, you've got to click that one. It's not super obvious. It took me a little bit of scrolling around to kind of go like, where the hell do I go to get bait? You got to go there. Vice versa, this is also the masterpieces. Like, so as it's talking about below with the 1 of 3, that's that little building. So that will highlight when masterpiece is on. It'll put like a little 1 above it, which kind of lets you know that you can go in and do what you have to do. So this is a little bit more complicated. Like, if I didn't play it last night, it took a little bit for me to wrap my head around. So essentially, this was the masterpiece number 1, which is like the scratching tree. So when this was going, you could go in and donate. So you have to go in and contribute. So when the activity is live, at the moment, obviously it's complete. You can either put fish in, fish bones, sushi, or energy drinks. The more you contribute, the bigger your distribution of points. So you can see like the biggest guy was 640k worth of crowns. Rodorizo, Boomer Teddy, and all Lushy. So like you can see I only made 330 crowns off the first activity because I didn't really have a lot of resources to donate at that time. That's why I'm really ramping it up and like going super hard on just trying to increase everything, because the third round's the one that's going to matter. I'm assuming it's maybe a combination of all the crowns. So like whoever ends up with the most crowns obviously is the winner or gets the biggest distribution of the SUT pool. Because for me, that's the most appealing. I like SUT. I'm like bullish on it. So I'm like trying to like get my hands on a bit. The thing I will say, which I didn't really like, just while we're, playing devil's avocado over here, the guys in here. So if you go and look at these are people that have been playing this game for a while. Obviously a lot of us are new. Like I literally started yesterday, and we're all here because we're like, oh, we want to have a crack at this. The thing I didn't like is I would have liked to see the levels of the people that have been playing not like almost reset for this particular part, like, or resources in Morchiland. The only materials able to be used. Well, actually, it might be like that case. So, but they're higher levels, so they're gonna have like more resources to do more and have more. Because if you go to like, that's my base, for example. But if I was to go to like Rodorizo, which was the winner for last thing, he's at like a ridiculously high level. Like I've ground like really hard to get to 29. He's at 43. It's actually not too bad. But if you went to visit his base, for example. He's able to do a lot more because, like, he's not super high, though. He actually did quite well considering he's not. But, like, he's, not too bad. But if you go and look at his Morchiland, I'm assuming he only started it yesterday as well. So, why did it take it to mine? It should have taken me to his. Anyway, we digress. But that's my one little thing. Apart from that, it's, like, pretty dope. Like, we got enough now. So, I'm going to get him started. But yeah, you got to make sure you participate. Like, obviously, you've missed the first masterpiece part, but it doesn't really matter because I assume it's going to be a case of whoever has the most stars towards the end is kind of who wins the biggest distribution. And not going to lie, like, this is going up really fast. Like, it's gone up about 10K since in the last 12 hours. So I reckon this prize pool could get quite sizable of SUT. And if you are obviously playing Morchi, which is obviously the more, which is what originated all this, and you are like in those late stages, obviously, I think we've only got 10 days left before the massive, I don't know why I do that all the time. I always like emphasize on my fingers. But if you are like obviously in those later stages of leveling your Morchi, the SUT comes in handy because obviously, as we know, it takes 1,000 SUT to get across the line from level 29 to 30 to get your achievement NFT, Morchi NFTs and stuff like that. So if you can get your hand on a bit of SUT, it might save you from having to like buy some. So it's not a bad thing just to participate in. I'm not sure exactly how long this event lasts for. Does it actually stipulate? I'll go and have a look at the Twitter post. I don't know what this is going to... Morchiland, here we go. So I think it only lasts for a week. Because at the moment we have event launching Wednesday, October 9th at 2 a.m. Craft World. Does it say... Because like look at the prize pool, for example, 50 Morchi NFTs, which... They're going to be handy after the 31st because I'm kind of hoping this game continues or there's some kind of incorporation of this is what Morchi looks like after the 31st. Because obviously we're all kind of like leveling up at the moment to get to level 31. But we're kind of going, well, once the SUT missions end, because obviously we're getting pretty low on the SUT missions, which I'll kind of get that up so we can have a quick gander at that on this screen. We are getting low on Sutter missions, and we're like, well, what happens after the Sutter missions? And I'm kind of seeing this collaboration. I'm like, dude, I would kind of like to see this, like, something like this permanently as part of Morchi, because it's honestly a pretty fun little game. Reminds me of like Farmville or something like that. And I don't know, I'm someone who like to have things to play with, like when I'm bored. So like having a game like this. What do we got? Sut at the moment, 21 million, but we've obviously got a burn coming. So we're getting quite low with how much Sut's available. But essentially you got 50 Morchi NFTs, 5 Water Dino NFTs, 4 exclusive in-game avatars, which Jeffrey was saying yesterday. I think these are like, not cheap. I think a couple $100 for their NFTs, which isn't too bad. Sut rewards, which is obviously 50% of the converted Sut will be redistributed awards, which obviously we're just looking at. Step and Go, invite codes, and more plus memberships. But, it's not a huge prize pool, but I think that Sut reward is definitely something I'm focusing on personally, because, I think this is going to get up to like 40 or 50K worth of Sut. And depending on how heavy the distribution is to people participating, there's definitely an opportunity. Like, it doesn't seem like the whole thing is like, I'm dealing with a lot of people at the moment who are having issues with the Wallet Connect, and I won't lie, it's definitely a bit fuddy-duddy. Like, there's obviously a lot of different networks and stuff incorporated into it, but I like that, because I'm someone who if the barrier to entry is a little harder and it takes a little bit more effort to do, more than likely your chances of getting rewarded are higher. If it's too simple and too easy, like, for example, every Twitter competition or X competition, like retweet, I don't even enter them, because they're going to get so many entrants, which is great for like exposure and stuff like that. No, clearly that's why they do it. But for me, I'm like, it's not even worth my time. Like I sometimes will do it because you've got to be in it to win it. But I do know I never get my hopes up that I'm going to win it, because, I like things that take a little bit of effort or a little bit of something to participate in. But you see how, like, I just do that now? Like, I don't know. I find that really therapeutic. I don't know. Maybe that's my ADHD showing through, but I'm definitely like, I enjoy clicking. And I don't know why. Like, and this is like very therapeutic, because it's like all those green arrows. It's like almost like, I don't know if anyone else is like it, but if you have notifications, you always have to click the button to get rid of the notifications, or I hate that. So this is almost that. So like me going through and I'm going, oh yeah, that's good stuff. Oh, that's the good stuff. You know what I mean? And I could climb the ladder and I'm like, oh yeah, get rid of that. That sounded really sus. Yeah. And obviously I need 118 there. I don't have got enough. No, don't have enough. And then we go through here. There's a few other components I'll quickly run through too, and then we'll kind of have a bit of a chat about other things going on, because obviously there's some big updates around FSL. Well, Step and Go essentially, and the new gift box. Gift box. Is it called gift something? Gift box? What is gift bag? Gift bag, not box. Box in the head. You can also see here that there's other resources down here. These will all obviously open up as levels progress. The biggest thing is don't just come in and play just Morchiland. Levels are important, so also keep up with this over this side. And obviously this won't go away after the collaboration. So if you plan to keep playing this game and participating, which I probably will, to be honest, because it's a little bit of fun. Like, I just kind of enjoy it, especially because it's once you get it set up, it's very like good, like on your mobile. It's very easy. Like, you just open the app, away you go, and it's all on chain and blah, blah, blah. And it feels very seamless once it's set up. It's very easy. So I'll probably continue to play. So just to get your levels up, make sure you're not fading this as well, not just focusing on Morchiland. Go open these up, like even here, like, this is always gathering resources. They're like little factories essentially, so you can come in here and claim some more dirt. Yeah, I think that would be dirt. Dirt and clay look the same. And vice versa. And then also across on this page, you can open this up. At the moment, I need 368 sand to get this going. So that's obviously sitting a bit stale at the moment. And you can kind of continue to open all these up. Like, there's so many stages, like, you know what I mean? When you get fire and water and different elements. I think that's because they have tokens in this game, which is fire and water. And so maybe you require those to do certain things over here. There's so many little elements to this game I don't know. And also, just because I've caught it, the energy, just keep your eye on that, because that will run dry. Not super easy. It's not like, don't imagine it to be like step and energy or anything like that. Like, that seems to last like 12 hours. You get a decent chunk of time out of that. What am I at? 20.5. Yeah, I'm not going to do sushi yet. I'm just stockpiling my thing. I'll keep doing these because I need fish bones, even though I'm up to 611. I don't know. It's just like watching, and it's going to be interesting when this comes into play to see what I require. Where I feel like it's going to be mod glasses and shoes, which is going to be so slow progress wise over here to get this guy. So I may have to churn him a little bit just to kind of open up a few different things down here. Like, I think yeah, probably this. I'm probably going to personally look at these two whenever first couple of these, I'm just going to chuck up here because they're very slow to get. So having more stations to be able to make that, I seem pretty good down the lower end now. Like, from occasions I'll run out of, not really sushi, but I'll run out of like muscle, which is obviously required for these top levels, but I'll run out of bones from time to time. So maybe I'll lean a little bit and shut some of these machines down to lean over this way a little bit to keep the fish bones up. So then I can kind of keep making sure these are running at all times. Because that's the biggest thing at the moment, just time, and just kind of doing it and just jumping in and making that extra effort to kind of making sure you have the resources for when these masterpieces open up and you can donate more. But then also be cautious because you don't want to donate too much that you kind of like rule yourself out. Anyway, what else we got in there before we move on? And I'll talk about this gift bag situation because there is a little bit of confusion around it. So I just want to clarify a few things. I can't help but just constantly check. It's good now because these are getting out to like 19 minutes, 17 minutes. They were like 20 and 30 seconds at the start, like 10 seconds. So it was constant at the start. So yeah, it's definitely nicer when it's longer duration. So you don't have to like look at it as often. While we've got this tab open, let's quickly jump across and have a look at... obviously, at the moment, different things we've got going on. See, I like having this stream up. Actually, I'll move myself over here. Wait. Get over here. I can't move it when it's live. Okay, apparently. We have this. I think I missed this. This is last night. Everything always seems to be at night. And it was 40 RON, obviously, for anyone who has a Morchi NFT. We've got... That was the burn. Morchiland. If you haven't already, go enter this. There's only 5 NFTs up for grab because they're obviously not cheap NFTs, but you can use FSL points. I just literally went across and I had like 50 FSL points just chilling in my account. So I just went and entered this and it costs one FSL point to enter. So just if you are on more, just definitely head across and do that because it's takes 2 seconds. Also, good AMA. It was good to see the boys last night doing their thing on there. AMA. What else we got? Morchi Hunt. This is fun. I did this last night. Let me see what you guys think. Obviously, for anyone listening to this page, you can't see what I'm talking about. But you had to take this prompts. So it says, it was like a riddle and you had to create a Morchi with the traits that you think is associated to this riddle. And it says, I may be grumpy before the gym begins, but once I start, the fun never ends. I'm green sneakers, bodysuit, and gear. I lift and train without any fear. In a honey-filled world, I make my mark with a yellow screen that sets me apart. Known as Iron Claw, the strongest gal, spotting for a friend is my proudest call. So I'll open this one up in what am I on? X. Let me open up a different thing, and I'll show you the result I had and how I got there. Because it kind of threw me out. I think the important part towards the end, which I've seen a few entries, and I think they missed this part, the strongest gal. And obviously, I hate to assume genders, but where is it? Scroll down. Here we go. So this is my end result. So Molly? No. What was her name? So she was the only female named character. And I don't know if that's a bad thing to do. Like, my name's Shannon and I'm a boy. So, maybe assuming someone's gender off their name isn't the brightest move. But, like, if we look at this, so it literally says, I'd love to know if you guys think I'm on the mark. So it says, I may be a grumpy before the gym begins, but once I start, the fun will never end. So she seems a little... That was the hardest part because one of the other characters seemed more grumpy and I was like, clearly that one, but it had a boy's name, not a girl's name. I may just get absolutely wrecked for actually even just saying that. In green sneakers, bodysuit, and gear. So I made everything green. So green headband, green thing, green shoes. I think that's pretty straightforward. In green sneakers, I lift and train without a fear. In a honey-filled world, Honeyland background. And I also did yellow. Why did I do yellow? I did yellow for some reason. In a honey-filled world, I make my mark with a yellow screen that sets me apart. So that's the yellow screen. I also did the yellow frame as well, just to kind of emphasize. Known as Ironclaw, the strongest gal. Spotting for a friend is my proudest call. I love dining with my crew, earning cash back while enjoying something new. I don't know. How do you guys think I did with that? I feel like I nailed it. I don't know. I probably didn't. I'm not very good at riddles. Not very good at riddles. There we go. There's my clicking adventures going again. Let's head across and have a look at the updates. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I do that. So if we go to step and go. And so the... Sorry. Obviously we have the new gift bag referral system. Okay, so just to clarify, the house system and the house and the house system and the gift bag are both coinciding. What I mean by that, they're both still active. So the gift bag is more of a getting new players in situation. They're both kind of getting new players in, but the gift bag is like, so to set it up on like the end of the person that is setting it up, you need to be at the point that you can use the house system. So you need to still burn the 10 energy, burn the 2 sneakers to be able to utilize the gift bag. But when you do the gift bag, essentially it's 6, was it 30 energy? Let me give that up on my phone so I don't say this wrong. Because you take the energy. Oh, sorry, I just noticed Hayden. Sorry, dude. Give me a sec. Too many screens going on, mate. Too many screens. So if you look at the app, I had to allocate energy no matter what. So if I go to my gift bags, I've got 10 active at the moment. So I had to allocate 60 energy. So if these don't get claimed, I get them back in 14 days. So in my head, I just renewed my energy. So I just burned a sneaker this morning, which gave me 96 energy, I think it is. 90 or 60, 90, 92, I think it is, for a common sneaker. I allocated 60 of that energy to my system, essentially. So I have 10 codes over there. So if there's someone new, so this is all targeted towards people who haven't set the app up before. So if you won like a sneaker, a soulbound sneaker in the raffles for losing and blah, blah, and set your account up, you can't use this system. This is for people who haven't even started it yet. So they're going to scan that, log in, and it's all brand new. I don't know if they're going to change it because there's been a little bit of like, oh, like why can't people who are already in the game use them, blah, blah, blah. Because this is more to onboard. But when you scan this code, so if you go to my page, for example, I have a code on there, you will get a trainer. Let me make sure I don't misinterpret this or missay it. But you'll get a trainer for 2 weeks. I'm going off memory. I don't have that in front of me, but it's 2 weeks. So you'll get a trainer and you'll earn GGT for 2 weeks for free. No cost. You'd literally earn the GGT. However, if after that duration you don't buy a sneaker, so this system's different to the house system because with the house system, you earn the GGT, you get to keep the GGT, because you're doing a distribution. So with the house system, you literally got, I say I take 60 and then, you use my sneaker and you get 40. You get to keep that GGT. That's real GGT. You can cash out anytime. I'm not saying this isn't real GGT, but essentially it's not real GGT with the gift bag situation until you buy a sneaker. So when you so if you finish your 2 weeks, you earn all this GGT, then you turn around and you buy a sneaker. It's almost like you get a discount off that sneaker because you've already earned some GGT, which then can come off the price of the sneaker that you have to purchase to get. Keep in mind, I'm not like me sharing this code. I'm doing it out of, nice gesture for people to kind of have an entry in. But it's also, I earn 2% of any sales any purchases you make. So just keep that in mind. It's a great way to support people. Like if you want to support someone and be like, I'm going to enter Step and Go anyway. I don't have anything and I don't mind, like I want to support this person. I like this. So I recommend you like helping your friends out if that's the case. Like, use their code before you use people that, you don't want to support so much because they will earn 2% of whatever you spend in that app for the rest of your account. So every time you buy something, they get 2%, which is a great system. I always wanted to see this with OG Steppen. a referral program like this to kind of give people, because people are going to be more driven to kind of promote something if they're going to make a little kickback out of it. The house system's great because it's more like, you get your friends and family and blah, blah, and, they participate, they burn your energy, blah, but it's definitely, you're giving away 40%, where with this, you're allocating energy. And yes, if the energy gets burnt, you sacrifice that energy. So I think it's 6 energy for 10 people, so 60 energy. So that's 6 energy. If they go through the process, they earn the GGT, and then they purchase a sneaker, you lose that 6 energy. So that's gone. However, if they don't, and they don't purchase a sneaker, so they do the 2 weeks, or I think it's 2 weeks, and they don't purchase the sneaker, you get that 6 energy back because they lose that GGT, if that makes sense. So like if they go through the process, they buy a sneaker, you get 2% of the sale. So it's probably going to justify, losing the 6 energy, but you will lose that 6 energy and will get nothing in return apart from obviously the 2% from the purchase of the sneaker, which is probably going to exceed the GG price anyway, because at the moment, the shoes are back up to like 16,000 or something like that. So, 16,000, I don't know, I'm not good at maths. Let me do I have a calculator? 10% is 1,600, so 1% would be 160. So essentially you're getting 320 at the current floor price, GMT. I don't know. My maths, I might have just butchered the shit out of that. Yeah, so you're going to lose your 6 energy. So if you have 10, for example, like this is kind of like, well, now that I'm thinking about it, like 320, what is 320 GMT to GGT? I think the conversion is quite low, isn't it? It's like probably 10 to 1 or 20 to 1. So I'm doing this all in my head. Let's say it's going to be roughly around 10 to 20 GGT. So if you do all 10, I guess that covers it. So like if you did all 10, I was just thinking you're sacrificing 60 energy, because if you have 10 people use your code and they all purchase sneakers, is the GMT going to distribute the GMT you get back for the purchase of said one sneaker, more than likely they're going to purchase multiple sneakers, worthwhile losing the energy? Yeah, I think so. I think that would definitely make mathematical sense. But I may need to do the equation just before everyone goes and uses my code and I burn all this energy and rule myself out, because I'm very much someone who I just went and did it and I was like, yeah, I'll just do it. I'll throw it out there. Everyone else is doing it. Didn't really assess that, hey, that energy I may need. I think I'll be right, because I've got 30. I think I've got 30 energy. Let me just say 33 energy, which is 2 energy a day. It's 15 days. Yes, I'm sweet. But saying that, if I had allocated, like say, if I was reliant on that, like if I was 30 energy through my sneaker already and I only had 60 energy left, I wouldn't be allocating it all to this system, because you're kind of ruling yourself out a little bit. So you got to make sure you have enough energy to kind of do another mint, to have another sneaker to burn, and you're not kind of sitting on your hands for those 14 days waiting for people to utilize your code. Because when I distributed that 60 energy, I can't use that energy. It sits there for 14 days now. And if someone comes, like say if people come in and they claim it, then they can happily use it. However, if no one claims it, it just sits there for 14 days. So if you needed that energy, you can't go and cancel it. Or can you? Can I? If I click that. No, I can't. Oh, wait. Can't cooldown, pending. No, I can't cancel it. So it's literally, I can see my app now. I got my code with 1 of 10. So I think one person's claimed it by the looks of that. But it's got 14 days, 0 hours. So I have to wait 14 days for that to unlock again, essentially. Or for like people to use it and then, yeah, see, it is a little bit of a risk to take. I almost wish they did like a smaller, like when I set that up, I think it was either 10 or 100. I probably would have just done one, but yeah, just something to keep in mind if you are in the house system. I like the house system as because you still earn your minting, what are they called? Minting scrolls. I was going to say scrolls. You're minting things through that system as well, because obviously if people are burning your energy for you and then they go on to do it, you also get your minting quota. Quota is the word I was looking for. Anyway, Hayden, does that make sense to you? Is that super confusing? Did I just make it worse? He just stepped away completely. He's like, I don't care what you're saying. I'm going to step away. But essentially, they're both still around. The gift bag is a good system if you plan to buy. I recommend if you are literally sitting on the sidelines and you want to get into stepping, I would almost, if you are a case if you already have an account, not saying you should, but you could create another account and, earn your GGT and purchase the sneaker through that, just because it'll give you a discount on that sneaker. Because over 2 weeks, that's, did I just say 10 energy? 10 energy is at the current price, I think it's like $3.40 or $3.60 per GGT. That's a decent amount. It's a decent amount. So, it's something for nothing, essentially, especially if you're looking to get into Step and Go already. Go use that system, or, reach out to someone and participate that way. Because it's a cool system. It's a win-win situation. Oh, Normski's coming up. I said something wrong. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I hope that makes sense. Still got the house system, still got the gift bag situation. They just kind of different ways of referring people, because obviously that's the biggest thing, is just getting people into the game. And this system I kind of like because it's incentivized. And people seem to be more proactive when they're making a few bucks out of it. Normski, what did I say something wrong? Did I miss?
No.
Okay,
Good.
no, it's
all good.
No, I like it. I like every time you request, I'm like, shit. I like getting fact checked, because sometimes I do say certain things wrong. So you're always on it.
I'm not upbeat on this. I flew into Perth last night, and so it's like 7 o'clock in the morning here. So
yeah,
I'm a bit dusty. Had a few beers with my old man. Anyway.
Nice.
So, like obviously, us OGs get left out again, but it is what it is. If I set up a new account, someone lends me the energy, I earn the GGT. Can I then just buy a sneaker, keep the GGT, and then floor the sneaker back on the marketplace immediately?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you got your 6%, so it's like if you earn 200 GGT and
no, but
you
I
lose 100,
would that I think that would be less, wouldn't it? Because like if you think about it, 10 energy is only 60.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think the transaction cost, like the 6% fee you got to pay, blah blah, would exceed the GGT cost. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Because I read somewhere that some people were like loaning 30 energy or something like that, and then you had to pay it back at the end. Is that right? Is there like a loan system as well?
So that's the house. No.
Of HK. I was just like skimming through Discord this morning.
Yeah.
And it seems like there's some way you can loan energy, and that you have to pay it back at the end of the loan period somehow.
I think that's kind of the gift bag, because the gift bag essentially is you're lending 10 energy, and then if you don't buy a sneaker, the energy goes back to the person. Maybe that's what I'm talking about. Let me have a look.
Yeah, maybe. So it's not really a loan then. I think maybe it's just English as a second language when they translated it.
Yeah, I still need to get a little bit of clarification. I think I've interpreted it right, but I may have completely missed something. But essentially, I guess you could say it's a loan, because like I'm lending out 60 energy at the moment, because I can't use it myself until the 14 days is over.
And you get a sneaker with that. So like when you loan the energy.
And that's something to keep in mind too, because Eric obviously did it this morning, and you're guaranteed a trainer as well, which is kind of dope. So if you use this system, you get a trainer, but you don't get to keep the said trainer. So like after the 14 days, it's done.
That disappears.
Yeah.
And does it contribute to your sore feet, strong feet?
Good question. Yeah, I would say so. I haven't used it from that. Eric, if you can message me or whatever it is, like if you've started using it, is your strong feet progress, do you have that visible on your app? Because it may be they may not see that from their side, but I'm assuming they would, wouldn't they? Maybe it just starts at 100% or stays at 100%. Good question. I'll have to definitely get clarification on that.
So like the house, then basically you just do 100%.
Well, that's a good question. With the house system, did it have the sore feet and stuff? Because I haven't personally seen it from the other side. Did it have the sore feet? Or was it always 100%?
No, you just, I think it's just 100%, but I don't know whether that contributes to a streak or not. So can you use the GTT that you want to level up the trainer that you're using?
Well, you don't even have to level it up. I don't think that's even an option. It's like the house system. You can't touch that shoe.
So what level is the trainer that you've got at?
I think it's just standard. It wouldn't have a level. I'll ask Eric, but I would assume it'd just be a set standard efficiency rating.
Because if it's like a 0 to 10 efficiency, you're not going to be earning much anyway, you know.
Yeah, I'll ask Eric, but I would say it would probably be max level, or a set standard level for everyone. But Eric, questions for you, dude. You gotta let me see if I can if you message in the chat. Is he quick enough? No, he hasn't done it yet. But yeah, Eric, can you take a screenshot of? There we go. He's replied. Okay, so there's no. So it's 6 of 6. So it doesn't really say, hey. Like if you click that sneaker, Eric, does it show an efficiency stat or anything? Or is it just that's it? It may just be a standard all round. But there's no sole feet or anything there. So yeah, same. It's a pretty nice sneaker though. I like the design of that. Oh, Eric's coming up, I think. Yeah, it's good questions, Normski. I like that. Yeah, because I would never even thought of that. But yeah, obviously it's like the house system, so you don't have the sole feet. It's just guaranteed 100%. And it looks like there's just a set standard behind the scenes efficiency stat that they all have, which makes sense. It's all equal kind of distribution that way. Obviously with the house system, sometimes it's like you lend off, but that's like I guess that's why the house system works, because you're guaranteed to get your GGT at the end, where this obviously you'll lose the GGT. Eric, is there efficiency stat on it?
I'm looking at the shoe and it says efficiency 16.
16. Okay, and you can't change that or level it or anything like that. It's just set at 16.
So it has like kind of the bar, the way it would show in like the 7OG, the stats, like the base stats and attribute stats, and then there's like a color differentiation. It has that. I'll post it here on the chat so I guess you can see.
Yeah, that'd be good. I love that we got someone in the know.
Yeah, because I had questions because I didn't know too that I had to buy a sneaker, or else the GGT expires. So I'm like, oh, I don't know. Aren't the sneakers like 42,000 GMT or something?
No, so they're 16,000 GMT. I think at the moment the floor is.
Oh, okay. Only 16,000 GMT.
Well, actually now 17,000. Sorry, it went up 1,000 since you said
and
that.
you need 2 of them.
Oh fuck! You need 2 of them?
Oh yeah,
oh, yeah right.
You need energy
because I remember us with one soul-bound sneaker can't take advantage of us, right? So we're still stuck with our little picture of a sneaker in our app.
Well, hypothetically speaking, I may have to delete this space after. You could buy the sneaker off a second account and then transfer it across to. Oh no, but you can't. Well, I guess you could buy the sneaker as long as you're soulbound and it's decent to use. Use the soulbound sneaker and burn the sneaker you brought. Essentially,
yeah.
And get the GGT.
Yeah, yeah. But then you're going to lose 6 energy for transferring it, right? So because they've changed the transfer fee. It used to be
is a sneaker
like 10 GGT. Now it's 6 energy to transfer it.
Is it so? What's the shoe cost? The GGT cost in shoe to transfer? Is it 5? Because it's 5 for GGT.
No, they've changed it. To transfer it now is 6 energy.
6 energy to transfer a sneaker or GGT.
Yep. No, 6 energy
for GGT as well.
No, just 6 energy. I think what people were doing was that they were having a shoe and then just transferring it to another account, doing the energy on that account, then transferring it to another account, and energy on that, then transferring it to another account, and just paying the 10 GGT or whatever it was to transfer it.
Oh, look at that. I'm going to have a quick look.
So they could use the same shoe on multiple accounts. Like get a bunch of friends together and...
Damn, I'm not going to lie. 6 energy burns. That hurts. That's
expensive, right?
That's so expensive. That's 6 energy is, 20, 40, 60. That's 60 GGT worth.
Yep.
Damn, that's like really encouraging people not to transfer their sneakers. So yeah, boycott that idea that I just said, Eric. Boycott that real fast because you will literally lose all the energy. Well, I guess that's why they've done it that way. That would make sense. Because 6 energy, you get 10 energy for free through this system. So you're literally going to sacrifice almost, 60% of whatever you earn just to transfer that sneaker. So they've literally done that to counter people doing exactly what I just said to do. Well, you could do. I didn't say to do it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying it's definitely an option. But yeah, it's definitely not an option now if that's the case. Sorry, I'm just trying to log into my Step and Go again. It just logged me out. Just to check that, because that's crazy. If that is the case. That's such an expensive transfer cost. Sorry, I'm sidetracked. Thanks for that, Normski. Where'd you read that? Was that in a post or on Discord?
It's on Discord.
All right, so if I go transfer... God damn it. Too many passwords.
Annoying that it keeps logging you out and then you have to...
I had an episode this morning. I literally sent a message to support. You know when you do something and then as soon as you send it, it's like Murphy's Law that you work out what you did wrong. So I updated the app this morning because obviously it was the update. I burnt a sneaker and I did the distribution for the gift bag situation. And then I went to do my activity and it just wouldn't work. Like it would start, but then it would just give me like the spinny wheel. And I was like, oh shit. So I did all the troubleshooting stuff. Like I literally logged out, logged back in, closed the app. I checked all the permissions. I deleted the app, reinstalled it. And then I sent an email to support. And then I went, oh, wait a second. Did I accidentally turn my location off on my phone? That's exactly what I did. So I turned my location back on and it worked. And I was like, why did I not try that? Oh, God. But it was like, and so I literally sent an email straight away after and I was like, ignore that. I sorted it. And I was like, it was an update to my phone. I was completely simple. And so if I could transfer out Max, confirm. Oh, no. So it must just be for sneakers. Did you say it was for GGT as well? Or just sneakers?
That's energy. So transferring sneakers costs energy.
Okay, so not GG. I thought you said GGT as well, and I was like, holy crap.
No, I thought you meant does it cost you energy and GGT to transfer sneakers, and I was like, no, just energy.
Okay, so it's just sneakers. That makes sense, I guess. It's to stop people doing exactly what I just said you could do, where you could use a second account and then buy the sneaker, get the free GGT, and then transfer the sneaker back to wherever your soulbound sneaker is, and then utilize your soulbound sneaker and burn the sneaker you brought. So they've obviously done that as a counter react to that. So you can't transfer the sneaker to avoid people manipulating the new gift bag situation. So, yep, cool. I don't have to delete this space because you can't do what I said anyway. Otherwise you will get punished. I don't know. What's your take on it, Normski? Like, do you like these new referral situations? Like, it may not be enticing to you now, but do you feel like this would be later in the track if you see a cheaper entry point? Because I know you're kind of like...
I think right now it's like you're almost putting people in a corner at the end of the 14 days, and then they're going, "What? And I have to spend 30,000 GMT to get 2 sneakers to carry on."
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah,
I mean, I get the highlight shows you how the game works. I mean, it's not that difficult, right?
But it would be a way. Like, I guess there's people who want to like participate or play the game. Like, I guess this is giving people an opportunity to participate, like to play. Like, essentially, you'd be using the app for free, but you could like experience the game or utilize the game and see if it's for you now with no kind of essential cost.
Yeah, I think it's only going to work for people who commit up front, but like, hey, I get this discount, but I'm going to have to commit to carry on anyway. Otherwise, otherwise it's GGT anyway, right? So,
yeah, but I guess there's no harm, no foul. Like,
you're going to get people that's like. Yeah, but it's like people will go, oh, how do I get my GTT out? And it's like, oh, you can't. It's like, oh, great.
Yeah. Eric, if you're still up here, you may not be, but I would love to know, is there, like when you started, like when you scan the code, is there like literally a display screen that says, this GGT will be deleted? Like, does it give you all the information when you signed in?
To be honest, I don't remember. I don't think so.
It's so funny. I was just thinking that when I asked that question, I'm like, if it was me, I would have clicked through it all and done it without even actually reading anything. I would have just been like, click.
I mean, that basically is me because I got notifications on for Stepin and I work. I just happened to be like, over here it's nighttime when they put out the tweet. So I was awake. I saw it right away, and I was like, "Oh shit!" So I was keeping my eyes out for the codes. And when people would post them, I would screenshot it and then upload it to the app, and then try to scan the QR code. And every time I would get an error, and I would like refresh the Twitter like literally like seconds, and I would find a post that someone made literally like under a minute ago, and it didn't work. But I found out you have to like actually write it in the code or paste it in. Yeah, I did for me. I don't know. But I didn't know I had to buy the shoes to cash out my GGT.
Well, if you had have read the details on the way in, I'm assuming it would have to be informed somewhere, but it's definitely something I guess we need to emphasize on that. Because, yeah, it would be kind of annoying if you were like, oh, sweet, I can participate, I get some free GGT, and then you get to the end and you're like, wait, now I have to, buy sneakers, otherwise I don't get the said GGT. I don't know. It's a little bit like, I'm assuming it would be written somewhere, so I guess we need to be like, well,
So I have to buy, I got to buy 2 sneakers before the 14 days?
No, after the 14 days. You have a duration of time. That was written somewhere. I did read that. Give me a second. I'll see if I can find it. But you have a set standard of time. Was it FSL? Let me go and step in and see if I can find it. You have a certain amount of time after that period. But then saying that, it mustn't be too long because that also implies that the person wouldn't get their energy back. So say if, I'm assuming it wouldn't be too long because otherwise you're without a lot of energy for a fair duration for no reward, essentially. Gift bag.
It's like giving the kiddie free drugs at the school gates, right?
Yeah, exactly. Don't we all love that? No, I'm just kidding. Where was the update?
Damn, I forgot how many flies there are in WA. Shit.
You in WA?
Melbourne, all have to. Yeah, I flew into Perth last night. The flies here are incredible.
Hey, you should catch up with Jeffrey. In
Melbourne, I just have to.
Hey, I'm in WA. I'm in WA too.
Oh
yeah, Hayden's there too. You should do a little step and meet up while you're over there. And
yeah, it could be.
Oh, hey, look at I'm reading the notes.
That's a bit weird.
maybe what Normski was referring to. It's under their post. It says the gift back system replaces a previous invite buddy feature. So maybe that could have been it.
Yeah, was there a different? I read that as well because Abe pointed that out, and I was like, that is very. I don't know what the buddy system was, but it doesn't say the house system. So maybe there was going to be a buddy system or something.
No, buddy system was the gifting tutus.
Gifting the what? Go again.
You had the option of either lending the shoes for so many days or gifting 2 sneakers for free, and which didn't come back. So that was the buddy system, was basically gifting 2 sneakers to one of your mates.
Yeah, scrap that. No one was going to give away 2 sneakers. I like my friends, but I don't like them that much. It's like, here's to, what are they, 16,000 GMT sneakers? Nope. We're excited to announce that the Step and Go app will update tomorrow. Maintenance, new runner, users running. Does it say it in here? Are you reading anywhere? Adidas Jenna sneakers will be shown in app for 14 days. Gift option allows house hosts to invite new players efficiently. Have you read anywhere the duration of time you have? I might have to ask that question. I'll ask that question and get back to you, Eric. I'll have it for tomorrow's space as well. How long after the 2 weeks do you have to purchase a sneaker before you lose the GGT? I did read that somewhere, or maybe I got told it. I heard it. But yeah, that would be nice to know because obviously the person lending the energy won't get that back either. And that could kind of screw me essentially a little bit because I only have 30 energy left, which is 15 days. So if you have longer than, say, 48 hours after the 2 weeks, I'm going to run out of energy. And if it goes more than 5 days, I may lose my strong feet because I won't have that energy back to be able to utilize it. But I'm assuming by the looks of it, I probably won't get 10 people to use my thing anyway. But good news, Kevin will love you because you used Kevin's link, didn't you, Eric?
Yeah. And so they only get 6% on their first sneaker purchase. So is that just like, obviously it's only one sneaker then that they get 6% off that first sneaker.
And then 2% from that point forward.
Right. And then 6 energy will not be returned to you if I buy sneakers And then it says, no sneaker right here. I'm just reading out of the post. No sneaker purchase before expiration. If they don't purchase a sneaker before the QR code expires, the log GGT is erased. The 6 energy is returned to you.
So you have the 2 weeks. So yeah, once that 2 weeks is up, you have to purchase a sneaker to keep the GGT. So once that shoe expires, that QR code, and you haven't purchased a sneaker, the energy will be returned and you'll lose the GGT. So you need to do it within that 2 weeks. That's good to know. Where are you reading that?
On the initial gift bag post.
Oh yeah, share step. But
check this out right here. I'm just reading this now too. So after the QR expires, recipient's account will become inactivated. Temporary sneaker will disappear. If they decide to reactivate later, you still receive 2% of future marketplace trading.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good. I didn't know that. Yeah. So even if you don't buy a sneaker now, you buy it later, you still get 2%. Okay.
As the sharer, you own 6% of their first sneaker purchase. So it's okay. I didn't know that. 6% of the first sneaker purchase. That's pretty sizable. Because 10% would be 1,600 at the current price. So what's that? Say around 900,000 GMT you get for the first one, which is probably a little bit better. That would definitely cover the energy. You'd definitely come out in front if someone went and purchased one sneaker, because then you would get 6% of the first sneaker, and then most people are going to purchase two sneakers. So then you get 2% of the second one.
All people will purchase two. You can't play with one sneaker. They have to.
Yeah. I was thinking of the way I said it earlier, but you can't do that.
Okay, so can you do this? Like, what if, like, I don't have G. Yeah, the sneakers are bought in GMT, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So let's say I don't have enough GMT right now, to buy 2 sneakers, but I am able to buy one before the 14 days. I still keep that, and then just wait until like burn. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You could just buy one sneaker and sit on it. You just can't use it. But you'd get your GGT as well. So, because like, what is 60? Because if you have 10 energy is $330, really, isn't it? At the moment, is that what GGT is at $3.30?
It depends how much you're making with 15 or 16 efficiency, right?
Oh, true. That's very true. Yeah, I was thinking energy.
Yeah, how much GGT per energy do you make with a 16 efficiency too?
Yeah, I have to. Well, 16 would be the same as mine, so 22 GGT. So you'd make 10 times 20. It's 220, and then 200.
No, not level 16. 16 efficiency, yeah. What's your efficiency stat when you level 16?
Give me a sec. Have a look. I think it's a lot higher than that, actually. You're right.
How many points do you get for each level
67. So I'm assuming it would be 67 divided by 16. So, and then that would give you an idea of the 22, right? That would be pretty close. So
it's probably not quite linear. It'll be, like if you double your efficiency, you don't double your energy.
So if it goes 67 divided by, you said 16, it's 4.8. So then we divide, say, 22 by 4.8. We'll say 4.
So Eric, have you done a walk with it yet? Eric, have you done a
What? Sorry.
Have you done a walk with your trainer yet?
No, I got it as I got off work early this morning, and I'm going to my second job. So
yeah, so maybe tomorrow we'll know how much GGT you earn off of that.
Yeah, I'll get back to you.
Off of gift bag sneaker.
I'll post a screenshot.
At the moment,
the Carfax.
At the moment, you'll earn around 200. Well, very roughly about $200 worth of G. So you get like a $200 discount essentially. I'm interested to know.
That's all it is. It's just a discount, right?
Essentially, that's what it's going to act as, a discount. Yeah.
Just get a Pfizer discount.
And you're hooking up a friend because you're going to be giving them 2% of whatever you purchase. So
true. That's true.
Make sure you make sure you get a QR code off a friend. Support your mates.
So what kind of? Oh, actually, I got my cousin to take your code, but he's probably not gonna be buying anything.
No.
Anyways, what kind of shoe would you want to like buy off the marketplace? Like a level 1 shoe? Would you even want to level it up for someone that kind of just wants to get in the 3 shoes and just exit conveniently as your last shoe dies off? I forgot how much days you get.
So if you mean on step and go, if you're kind of getting into that.
Yeah, like if you're getting, like for me, if I want to get into step and go, but I just kind of want to like try it out, right? And I get one shoe to burn and then one shoe to use. I'm like, what kind of shoe do you think would be a go for? Isn't there like different attributes as well?
Yeah. So it's only efficiency at the moment. There's no like luck or anything like that. So it's only efficiency you got to look at. Looking at that, they're level 0. So mainly the floor. Like looking at, see me personally, like if you don't plan on minting, like just trying to think in my head, because you could easily like buy 2 sneakers and burn one, and then just farm your GGT with the intention you're going to sell that sneaker at the end of the duration and also the GGT. You know what I mean? Because there's a runner at level 10. Like if you weren't looking to mint, because if you're looking at 2 sneakers, essentially you're not looking to mint over those, the 92 energy, which is 36 days. Oh no, 40, 45. Is it 92 energy? Am I saying that? I can never remember the energy. Is it 92 or 96? 90, so it's 45 days. So you have 45 days because obviously 2 energy per day. Yeah, thanks for that, Normski. So if you're just literally like not looking to mint and you're just getting 2 sneakers, I would be still looking for like a cheap 2 minter or a cheap 3 minter. Like there's a runner, level 10 runner, because you got to think, was it 200, 100 GGT it costs to get to level 10. So essentially that's 100 GGT cheap, 100 GGT, god damn it, 100 GGT cheaper at level 10. Because if you buy a level 0, because like level 0, it's all level 0s. There's shoe boxes. Like really, like that.
Yeah, it costs you 80 GGT to level up 10, yeah.
80, that's right. No, it wasn't 100. Oh, 80. No, so that's right.
No,
So it was
80.
Yeah, because it's 100 increase. That's right. I got it around the wrong way because it's 100 increase for minting. Once you're over 2 mints, it's 80 to get to level 10. Thanks, Normski. See, this is why I have you. That's why I'm always good to have Normski up here. He fact checks me constantly. There's a walker at like level 10, which is 2 mints. You're not really like, there's a walker at 3. I personally, if it was me, I would be getting that runner. What's the efficiency stat? 8.5. That's a good efficiency stat too. And that's not the leveled up efficiency stat, is it? No, they haven't allocated the points yet. That runner at 8.5, considering you only got to run for like 2 energy, you know what I mean? Like it's 10, like a few minutes. It's not really that hard. I would be getting that runner at level 10 because it has a high efficiency stat, and then I would just be buying it, the cheapest shoe. So that level 0 walker, 17,000 to burn. I like that runner because it's already at level 10. So you're 80 GGT ahead, which is a fair bit of GMT. What is the conversion at the moment? If I went to door, like what is 80 GGT to GMT at the moment? Because you're essentially getting a discount because there's nothing else at level, like until you get to the walker, like that's, the runner's at 17.4. The walker's at 18.4. It's 1,000 GMT more. So if we go GGT.
Hey, Shan, I'm sorry. What did you say the floor price was? About
17,000
GMT.
Yeah. So if you brought that runner, so that runner that's at level 10 with a good efficiency stat, it's like 8.4 efficiency stat. Because it's already at level 10, you're saving yourself 80 GGT compared to all the zero levels, which is 2,284 GMT at the moment. So essentially that runner, is 2,000 it's saving you 2,284 GMT because it's at level 10, but it has 2 mints. But if you're not looking to mint anyway, if you're obviously doing 3 sneakers, I would recommend looking for, at least 101 mint, just so you don't pay exorbitant amounts for your mint, because obviously so say for example you have two mints, it's going to cost you an extra 100 GGT per shoe. So you're going to be paying, rather than paying 200 GGT, which is obviously a 0 and 1 mint sneaker, is 200 GGT, and obviously you need 2 of them, which is 400 GGT. But if you have one shoe, say at 2 mints, that sneaker is going to cost you 300 GGT, and the 0 or 1 mint is going to cost you 200 GGT. So the mint in general is going to cost you 500 GGT. If you have 2 sneakers at 2 or above, it increases by 100 GGT per mint that you're above that 2. So 3 is obviously it's 400 GGT for one sneaker and then 200 for the other and vice versa. You know when you like say stuff and you're like, that made sense in my head, but I think I might have said it too fast that it probably didn't make sense to anyone else. That was literally how I felt about that one. But yeah, personally, Eric, I know you can run. So I would be looking at that runner at level 10. It has 2 mints. And then I'll be just looking for the cheapest walker to burn. And I would be looking at, hey, I'm going to run for 45 days, 90 energy. And I guess in your case, you would just be selling the GGT and selling the sneaker, or looking at the time of what GGT the conversion is. You might be able to play some games with the GGT between here and there, convert it to something else, hope the GGT goes down and that other token goes up, and then you convert it back, and then you might end up with enough GMT. Or if you can just convert to GMT, GMT might increase while GGT stays stagnant, and then you might find that you end up with enough GMT after to buy another sneaker to then, burn that and then continue the game after the days. I personally would be getting that level to level 15 though. I think 15's kind of the sweet spot with levels in my head. 20 costs too much. Level 19 is not a bad option. Level 20, it's a pretty big jump from level 19 to 20 cost-wise, so I wouldn't be going to level 20 personally, especially on your first time around.
Word, that's a good feedback. Well, I'm gonna have to get going here, Shannon. I'm walking into work. I'm gonna listen to the rest later. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, dude, I keep forgetting my face is on the freaking YouTube thing. The screenshot you'd be able to get from my concentration face, which looks like I'm literally having a seizure. Gary, you back off holidays? Nope. Okay. Nope. Good chats. Nope. Okay. Gary jumped up, but he didn't jump up.
No.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry, I was on my PC trying to do this Morchiland thing.
Oh, nice.
Hey, I'm going to ask Eric. With that gift, you've got 6 energy, and you got your trainer. Is that 6 energy? You can use that 6 energy over 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because it's not a lot of energy. It's like virtually 3 days walking at 10 minutes each.
Yeah, well, I would say like it would have a 2 cap per day as well. So you'd essentially be able to burn that 6 energy in 3 days.
And by the look of the shoe, are you leveling it up, Eric, as well? Because it starts at level 0, does it?
No.
No, I'm not leveling it up. I did post a picture. Oh, shit, it does say. You're right.
At level 2, isn't it now?
Yeah,
so
right.
Are you using the GGT that you're earning to level it up?
No, I haven't got a chance to use it yet.
It doesn't have level on there. You can't level it up, can you?
No, it says level 2.
Yeah, but there's no level up button at the bottom.
Okay.
Increments of 2 energy?
Go again?
I can only use the shoe in increments of 2 energy?
Yeah, because you capped at 2 energy. I can only use mine at 2 energy per day as well, because obviously you have to increase that over time.
Oh, I thought it was 6 energy, like over the course of 2 weeks, like daily.
Oh, no. No, it's 6 energy in total.
If that was the case, you had 2 energy over 2 weeks, you'd earn quite a bit of GGT. It'd be quite nice.
Yeah, it'd be a lot.
Yeah.
That would be a lot. Yeah, it's only 6 energy for 10 people. That's right. So it's 60 energy in total for the person lending it out. So it's 6 energy per person. So my maths is a little bit off too, because I think I was working off 10 energy for some reason. I went 10 rather than 6. So it's 6 GGT, which still isn't bad. Like with my maths before, like if you kind of said at the moment it's your 16 stat because you can't increase your levels, which means you can't increase your efficiency stat. It's still, I reckon you're going to earn somewhere around, what would that be? 4 or 5 GGT per day? Maybe 5, 6. and then you got 3 days, so you're looking at 18 GGT. So 18 GGT times that by $3.60. Yeah, so it's about $65 essentially you're going to be getting then.
Okay, well, since it's only 2 energy, I'll take one on my break around. Let me see. Right now, it's in about an hour and a half, and I'll post it up under Kevin's chat so you guys can see.
Perfect. Awesome. All right, guys. You got any more questions, Gary, or you pretty good? Did you find the wallet connect and stuff all right on Morchiland?
You haven't sent the link through on more.com. You were going to put it in the post.
I'll do it now.
Can you post it in the chat?
Yeah, I'll do it now. Give me a second. I'll send it. I'll send it to you directly. It's in the. If I go to the post, I'll share the post below, just so it doesn't look so scammy. Because if I just start sharing links, I feel like people are going to be like, scammy.
Hey, and what's happened with Scott? Has he gone AWOL, has he?
Nah, he's just he's on holidays. He went to Melbourne and he's like taking a break or something.
Having his period.
Yeah, having his period. Nah, he's just taking a break.
He's not sitting on some street corner or something, is he?
Sorry?
He's not standing on some street corner.
Nah, I reckon he's gone down there to see a little. I think he's gone to see a girlie and he doesn't want to talk about it. I'm personally, that's what I'm putting it at. I'm like, oh, he's spending some quality time with a certain girlie, are you? Personally.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. I just shared in the comments below the post. If you scroll down, it says to join, download Craft World. The web links there. Then you got the Android, which is the Android store. I personally, Gary, if you have access to a computer, just do it on a computer with the extensions. It's a lot easier. On the phone, it's a little bit of stuffing around to kind of set up the wallets and stuff to start off with.
Cool. Thank you for that.
No, all good, Gary. Are you back off holidays? Or are you still on holidays?
No. Well, I'm always on holiday, but I'm back from overseas.
I literally thought about you yesterday when I said, oh, it must be nice to take long duration holidays. And I could see you were down below and I was like, speaking of, Gary's just literally on a forever holiday, the guy. Lucky sucker. Awesome. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up anyway. We'll be back tomorrow. Hope that was informative for Morchiland. If you have any questions, obviously make sure you reach out. My inbox is always open. But apart from that, yeah, enjoy Morchiland. Enjoy the gift bag situation if you're getting amongst it. And yeah, just make sure you do the maths. And yeah, I have a link in my thing if you want to give me 2% of every sale. And just make sure if you're a whale and you're going to just buy Gary, I'm looking at you. If you're going to buy buy everything, use my link. Thank you. Thank you in advance. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.
You're welcome, Shane.
Kia ora.